Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Wide Open. We have a great show for you today. I'm so excited to be back and with you all again. Today, our episode is with Cody Rigsby, and this brings me great joy because I actually spent my entire COVID lockdown on Peleton, and then I loved it so much that I got the Peleton tread. So I am a active Peloton enthusiast and writer, and I love supporting what they have done over there and really captivated this new era of movement. Um, I don't think people really know how impactful they were during COVID to make you not feel alone. I just remember, being in lockdown and getting on my Peloton and seeing thousands of people in live sessions. And it felt important at the time as like interaction completely stopped and your ability to hang out with your friends, hang out, soccer completely stopped. Everything went into a bubble. So it was nice to have that sense of community in a time that was really scary and so much was unknown. The way they were able to show up and keep serving like this active community to really help people feel not alone. I think that was a really, really major impact on my overall mental health and well-being during COVID. So I greatly appreciate what they've done and how they've chosen to show up over and over and over again, especially when the world needed it the most. I'm a huge fan of all the Peloton instructors. So without further ado, let's bring in Cody Rigsby. Today's guest is someone who brings the heat on the bike and in life. I'm sitting down with Cody Rigsby, one of the original Peloton instructors, and a person who has completely redefined what fitness, confidence, and showing up as your full self can look like. We talk about heated rivalry, the power of being openly queer in a very public space, and the unlikely path that led him from a background in dance to a career that changed his life. And honestly, changed the way a lot of us move and see ourselves in the world after COVID. This conversation is light, fun, and full of laughter, but also gets real about identity, ambition, and what happens when you finally step into who you are without apologizing. Whether you've taken his class or just love a good conversation, this one's for you. Let's get into it. Here's Cody Rigsby. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Wide Open with Ashlyn Harris. I have a very, very cute, sexy hunk.
Oh my God, thank
ham
you.
of a thing, Cody Rigsby. Welcome to Wide Open, honey.
Hey, hello.
Did you like that intro?
I love that intro. And, with the title Wide Open, this podcast can go many ways. And I'm just going to start by saying I was Insta-stalking you, and you and your partner are so hot. I have this thing that I love the mix of masculine and feminine, and I think you embody that.
Say more.
Like, I love someone that's like athletic and strong, but then like can also girl out. It's kind of like sometimes when I find my boyfriend, he's hot. He used to be a D1 athlete, he's a swimmer. But then when I see him like queen out about like pop stars or drag race, I'm like, ooh, it turns me on. So like, you guys are so hot. You're one of those lesbian couples that make me question my sexuality.
Ooh.
In the back of my head, I said, go get the strap. Honestly, go get the strap. Let's do this. Let's do this. So just, you hyped me up. I'm going to hype you up.
I thank you. I'm receiving that.
Okay.
My partner is fucking hot.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
We both are.
I am very lucky in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh.
But I feel that. And let me tell you why I feel that. I just watched Heated Rivalry. What?
It's on everybody's tongues.
But I'm confused too, because it's like, do I want to be you or do I want to fuck you? I'm a little unsure because it's so hot.
Very.
And so sexy. We waste zero time.
Nope. Right into it.
Like episode 1, I don't even think I got just dipped my toe.
No, there
3 minutes in.
2 asses in your face. Yeah, we love that.
But also I was like, oh, so if we're not this is going to take forever to get through this show. It's like,
We're dropping panties before scene. It's like, it's impossible not to sit with your partner and watch that and be like,
I definitely was turned on.
Totally turned on.
Definitely some sex happened after watching an episode. I'm going to be honest.
Oh my God.
Have you finished it?
I have.
Okay, great.
I'm ready to watch again in case I happen to miss something.
Watched every episode twice at least.
I mean, I can't get past there is just this one scene in my head, the spit on the hands. And then I was just like, fuck yes.
A little spit can go a long way.
This show nailed it. And I hope we get way more. Because like everyone's been so scared to go that far, and they went even further than what everyone expected.
Yeah, but I also feel like people are like, "Oh, is it just sex?" And I'm like, "No, there's actually an incredible storyline. I cried multiple episodes, heartfelt. Like it reached into my soul and like lifted me up."
Oh my God. And let's just be very clear to give them a little, because like I think it is really important because representation. Now I'm seeing like athletes come out. Now I'm seeing like the boys came out. We're like, yeah, we're actually getting messages from athletes being like, oh, like this hit home. And this is like real life shit I'm struggling with, which is so great because that visibility is going to give people permission to be like, hey, I'm an ally of this. And clearly, like, as you know, Major League Sports, like in the U.S., there's not one active out person in the MLB, the hockey league, the MLS, the soccer. And I'm just like...
There have been actively open people in the NBA, Jason Collins.
Yeah, but not right now.
But not right now. Yeah. It's like such a needle in a haystack.
And also I'm like, statistically, that can't... I see
20% of y'all, at least. Come on.
Exactly. And I'm like, can we just have more beautiful moments like that where someone scores a goal and just runs over and starts
I want to see it.
Fucking making out.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it at the Super Bowl. You got 2 months. Figure it out. Whatever teams are playing, let's figure it out. I want to see the Heisman Trophy in one hand and you making out with another hot guy.
I'm in.
Yes, please.
We could talk about this for a whole hour, but I want to talk about you.
Okay,
so
please.
For those of you out there who don't know Cody, which I'm like, what were you doing? Like, hello, were you working out during COVID? Because I was. Were you dancing with Cody? Because I was.
Yes.
Were you hitting that like fucking nay and anything else? The body rolls. Like I will say.
Yes, please.
Sorry, everyone. Cody. Incredible Peleton instructor, much more handsome hunk, all the things I said before.
Hotter in person, correct?
The mustache.
Yep. So most guys on Grindr would say that as well. You know,
yes.
I get to the house and they're like, wait, hotter in person.
Well, you're hot on camera too.
There we go.
So I don't know what people are saying. There was one point I have to share this story with you because you're going to LOL.
Okay. So
we're dancing and because I was really hitting it in COVID. And I don't always love to clip in.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, I just want to ride. I got into it one point and my foot slipped off and I hit my cooter bone. And that was the last time I will ever be standing dancing with you without being clipped in because I couldn't walk for a week.
Well, that's why, there are directions on the bike for a reason.
That's
but, you take an avant-garde approach and you get slapped in the coochie by a seat.
It really did. And let me tell you, people were like, are you good? I'm like, not really. Not
I
really.
need a second. Let me take a lap. Second.
Tell me about the start of you being an instructor, wanting to do this whole Peloton journey before it became a sexy thing. Because you're one of the OGs.
One of the OGs, yeah. I've been there. I'm trying to do my math now. I think I'm going
11,
into
12?
I'm going into 12 years. April will be I got hired in 12 years ago, which is crazy that over a decade of my life I've been there and this has been my life for such a long time. Longest job I've ever kept, but yeah. It's kind of my origin story. It's my first Marvel movie when we talk about this. I started off as a professional dancer, so that's why I moved to the city. That kind of got just wasn't fulfilling. I wasn't really making money. I could see all my friends making money and starting these lives, and I was just broke and couch surfing and figuring it out, and that just got old. And so I didn't even know I really wanted to do fitness. It was kind of the intervention of the higher beings that said we're gonna throw this in your lap. So I was working at the Box, which is a salacious club in the Lower East Side with a very interesting burlesque show.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm too old for it now, but back in my 20s, it was a lot of fun.
Woo.
Yeah. And I was just working there, and the director sent me an email being like, "Hey, my friend from college is working for this company called Peleton. They're looking for performers that want
They called it performers.
Yeah, performers, like dancers, actors, whatever."
Okay.
And they were like, "Do you want this job?" And I was like, "Okay, do you want to like apply for this job?" I was like, "Sure." So I sent my headshot, my resume, got a call back within a day or so.
So you have never,
No.
certificate
Nope,
of
not a single
whatever for physical education?
Nope.
They were like,
just a cute face, fat ass, and
fat ass.
determination.
Ooh,
Okay.
fat ass.
And then I got the job, and I like didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had to really fake it. I was just like trying to make it work. I almost got fired even in the training process. It was a miscommunication because the person that was training me was like, "Oh, go take some classes other places," and I was like, "Okay, great," so I can like understand. And then her boss was like, "We haven't seen you in the studio. What's going on? Like, are you able to do this job? Like, are you committed?" I was like, "Whoa." At first, I wanted to pop off, like,
Yeah.
per my last email.
Mm-hmm.
But then I took a breath and said, "Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't dig yourself deeper." And yeah, so I've been here for almost 12 years. It's
Damn.
completely changed my life. And it's been a great journey. Like, it really has allowed me to find purpose and have a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
But you actually are you.
Yeah.
Like, and not like I know you and I know what you're like outside of like the camera, but like your energy and the way you show up, you don't hide like your queerness.
Mm-mm.
You just fucking fly off the rails.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love it.
I appreciate that.
Because if you're too serious, miss me with it. If I have to be like, this fucking instructor is so annoying, like if I'm having fun and working out, I'm coming back.
Well, I like to be self-deprecating. I also like don't buy into like the toxic positivity or always things are great and wonderful.
Don't give me positive Patty when I'm suffering.
I working out can suck.
It sucks.
It can suck. Like, let's just be honest. But like, you gotta do your workouts. You gotta drink your water. You gotta eat your vegetables. You gotta go to bed on time.
I love this.
And so like, let's be honest about that. And I think like the part of like, yes, I've moved into a space, especially post 2020, where I like really am myself. But it took me like 4 or 5 years to really understand who I was in that theater.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know what I was doing, so I had to like figure out how to really like teach a great class. And then that part was easy. It was like really finding the courage to just be myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a lot of people in the fitness space, or even some of my colleagues, and I was like, oh, I need to replicate that. So I need to be a little bit more of the positive and like show that I'm this like badass trainer. And then like that didn't really resonate. And once I kind of leaned into a little bit more of who I am with my friends, who's like a little bit bitchy, a little bit, like
sassy queen.
Reading the girls, like, and talking about pop culture, which is something that I absolutely adore. Like, that's what people resonate, and it almost made it feel like I turned this workout into more of like a talk show or a podcast.
It's
and
fun.
Like, yeah, I think that's what people resonate with, and I think that's where I like have found my success.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like work.
No.
Maybe for you, but not for us.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No,
for
even me, it's like, it's weird. Like, we were just talking about like just coming back from New Year's, went on vacation. Now it's been like 10 days in and I'm like exhausted. Everything hurts. But the minute I go to the studio and I get in front of the bike and the lights and the cameras come on, like that all just like washes away. And I'm like reminded of how much I like love my job.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been there 12 years, like we said. And I'm like, I don't know how much longer I have. Definitely a few more years. But it's like,
don't age out. Don't age yourself out.
Like, I'm not even doing that. It's just like whenever that day comes, it's an acceptance of like, that's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
And maybe you felt that way about sport. It's
of
like,
course I do.
And I want to like savor it and like, yes, it can be annoying or the job can be like taxing on the body. And like, there's those weeks where you just want to like scream. Mm-hmm. But like at the end of the day, it's still fun. I'm still passionate about it. I still love it. And like, I don't want to take this moment for granted for when it's not in my life.
Yeah. I respect that. I appreciate that. And I will say this, like, and I don't know if Peleton has like had this type of feedback. The group of performers, actors, instructors look a certain type of way. Very fit, very young, very put together. But also like there are a lot of people that are working out who don't look like that.
Absolutely.
So I do think I think it would be so cool to have older instructors doing the walking classes and like really being able to resonate with like that older group. And, you know, it's like a lot of those classes sometimes are really just like high energy, high motivation. And it's like my body fucking hurts and I'm 40. Imagine a 75-year-old person doing it.
For sure.
So I do think that would be so fucking sexy. I want a salt and pepper daddy teaching
when
the
I'm
classes.
fully in my daddy era, I will fit that niche.
I need that though.
Okay.
I want to see sexy daddy vibes in my older, because I'm an older gal now. I like the older men.
Okay.
So you're
We'll get
still
there.
under the 40
let
mark.
me get a few more grays. I've already got them starting to come in on the side and in the mustache.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. And I'm not afraid of them, but
No.
you know, I need to let them
Makes
grow
my hair
in a little
look
bit.
like blonder. So
Yeah,
I'm like, bring them in, honey.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay the premium. So who was Cody as like a kid? Were you always a dancer? Did you always know you were queer? Did you know, like, tell me about who Cody was as a young boy.
I mean, I think there was always that little twinkling in my eye and a little sugar in my tank. I mean, you're sometimes not even the first person to recognize that. Other people recognize that. So that's, you know, when I was in elementary school or middle school, people told me like, why do you act like a girl? And it's like, then once the kids figured out what gay was, it's like, you're gay, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, no, but like, yeah, of course. So I think there was always that. And I was always kind of like a ham and loved attention. So whether that was just like being silly or goofy or making jokes, and that was kind of my lane. And then once I got into like high school, middle school, I was like, you know, in theater, in show choir, and all this. Yeah. So that's kind of what got me into being a dancer. Is like there's a certain age, probably like around the TRL era of life, where I'd be going home watching music videos with Britney Spears and NSYNC, and like I would learn those dances on the TV. And I would like replicate them, but we were kind of too broke. So I was like, Mom, I want to take dance classes. And like, we couldn't even afford it, you know? So it didn't even, it's expensive. So I'm glad that I got to do that later in life and fulfill that dream. But yeah, I definitely was always like eccentric and out there and silly, and definitely could see that queerness in me. I mean, you know, I don't know if this is TMI, but like,
it's wide open.
I had crushes on boys when I was little, but I also remember like fooling around with a neighborhood boy and being very like exploratory when I was a very young age, and like
you were like, oh, I really like this.
Yeah, exactly.
This
so
is
you know,
this is really nice.
Yeah.
This is what I'm.
So that's always kind of been there, and I don't know. It's like part of queerness has always been something I've leaned into once I've had a platform. Like not hiding that, because I think some of the most touching stories that Peleton members have brought to me are, you know, coming out stories where like they found the courage to do so after seeing, you know, their parents loving to take my class, or they took my class. I even had like a friend who lived here in New York, and I think we were at a pride party once, and we were just dancing, and he was like, you know, I want to thank you. And I was like, what, why, what's going on? What happened?
So
and he's like, oh, my mom and my sister take your class, and because they've become such fans of you, they're so much more open to me being gay. I mean, these people like in backwoods Louisiana. So like they developed this relationship with me, therefore like started to open their eyes and create a better relationship with you know, my friend who's their son and brother thing. And so yeah, I think that's where, coming back to the heated rivalry conversation, like the representation does matter. And like having that space.
I just saw a clip that Sharon Stone, which is like Mother. I mean, come on. Like she is a goddess, and she got up and was like, fame is nothing without activism. Like if you are given this platform, it is your job to speak on the things that matter and represent what change looks like, making this world a better place, making it a more inclusive place, making it a more equitable place. And I thought it was such a powerful thing, she said, because it is true and people don't understand the weight of fame.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no power in fame if you don't use it for good. And my humble opinion, I think, because we just, when we have microphones in our mouth all the time, we have or a camera in our face, we have the opportunity to be seen, to open people's eyes up to an experience they may not accept or have never been had to unpack, let's just say. And there's a lot that comes with that. And I'm curious if, you have so many people who really see themselves in you. Do you feel that? Or you're kind of like, I just show up, do my job?
No. Like, that has been super important to me. And once I found my voice and got the feedback that it was being impactful, I definitely leaned into it even more. Even when I was on Dancing with the Stars, I really tried to kind of infuse a lot of this mainstream American television program with a little bit of queerness. My finale was super gay. I was in a rainbow jumpsuit.
I love it.
I talked about my ex when I was on there in our relationship. I talk about losing a best friend that was a very platonic but queer relationship. Chose Kim Petras songs to dance to, and that was really important to me. And maybe it's not so in your face, but it is kind of these subtle storylines that really allow people to see themselves in the content that they're watching.
Absolutely.
And I try to do that.
How was that?
Peleton.
Yeah. How was that experience? How was Dancing with the Stars? Because you loved dancing so much. And I imagine that everyone watches. It's a huge
show. I think it's even gotten bigger since I've been on it. It's huge now. Yeah.
#1 show on TV.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Because, you said this at the top of the show. You were I was hitting couch to couch trying, and first off, you minimized it. You were dancing with Katy Perry at one point. Girl,
yes.
do not hit me with it. I never, that's a big deal.
No, for sure. 1000%.
Not great, maybe monetizing it. I mean, I was a female soccer player, but I know all about not getting paid. She was out there slaying those streets. I was endorsement deal, please. I'm hungry. But I imagine going from a place where you were really hopeful, you moved to New York, you wanted this dream, to being on Dancing with the Stars, to having that type of platform, maybe in a different way. Maybe you got there a different way. But do you ever think about whoa, this is so cool. This is kind of what I've always wanted. And then to be yourself and to be true to who you are on that show, I imagine is do you think back and you're damn, that is so fucking cool?
Yes. I want to kind of approach it in a little segmented way. I think, I think it was Dancing with the Stars 2021. I think that's when it was. So I'm Peleton has gone through this massive explosion in COVID, 2021, 20, and then 2021, I'm Dancing with the Stars. And my life was moving so quick.
Yeah.
And just so many things were coming at me all at once. And I was just trying to keep my head above water. And I think one of the things about Dancing with the Stars that I don't know if I have regret or just wish that I would have done better was able to kind of sit with it and appreciate it and savor it a little bit more instead of being worried about the dance steps and next week and getting far and all these sort of things. And I wish I was able to savor it a little bit more. And now that I've at a place in my career where yes, I'm still busy, but I've purposefully and intentionally set a little bit more boundaries and allowed myself to have a little bit more free space. And whether that's having fun or actually going within, I do get to kind of tap into that and be wow, that was an amazing thing that I did that little Cody would be so excited about. I started watching Britney Spears videos on TRL, but then now got to go on a national television program and use that skill as a dancer to not only have fun, make money, and build a platform.
Yeah.
So it's like so great. And like, not to like maybe be a little bit cheeky about it. Like, I just did a brand deal with Taco Bell, and I've like, but for me,
I
like,
saw
that's
that.
so exciting
Yeah.
because like I've loved Taco Bell since I was like a little kid, and so like even my best friend growing up, she texted me. She was like, "Oh my God, little Cody would be so proud," and I'm like, "You're right, bitch. You're
I
right."
love
You know?
that. Oh, that's so sweet. It really is. And it's like such a beautiful story. And have you talk about Britney Spears a lot because we know you love her.
I love me some Britney.
Has she taken a class, or have you
I don't know.
or
I don't
have you
know.
met her?
I have not met her. I don't know if she's taken a
Britney,
class.
bitch. Come on.
Great usage of that. Great usage of that.
It's Britney, bitch.
I don't know. My philosophy now is just like leave Britney alone. Let Britney do Britney.
Bless.
I want her to like whatever she wants to do or needs to do, like do it over there, and I'm not going to scrutinize it because like
Okay.
if you were under the constraints of your father for over a decade, I think you would just
No.
be reacting completely different.
But we all did that to her. It's
Yeah.
not just,
No. Yeah. We are culpable. As much as I am a fan, like we are also culpable for the pressure that we put on Miss
we
Britney
sure
Spears. So
did.
I hope she's just in her era of living life and being as chaotic as she wants to be.
She's allowed.
She's
She
allowed.
deserves that.
She's allowed.
She deserves that freedom.
Yes.
What is like when you're taking a class, who has been the biggest like shocker that pops up, like a name, celebrity, someone you admire? What has been the biggest like person that popped up name wise where you're like, holy shit, this person's taking my class?
Okay. So I don't like have visibility from like who's taking the class with me in that moment. And like,
Oh, they give all those shout outs.
I know, but they're just random names. I think the PR team does have probably access to like celebrities who have it, but
Yeah.
I've never been like told like that. But I will share with you a story that's like actually one of like probably the second or third greatest moment of my life. So probably a year and a half ago, I was in the East Village going to record my podcast, Tactful Pettiness. That is a shameless plug.
We're going to plug it all, honey.
So I was going to record my podcast, and I was city biking down to the East Village. And originally, I had an appointment, but that appointment canceled last minute. So I redirected to go down to the Lower East Side a little bit earlier than expected.
Yeah.
And this is why it feels a little serendipitous and like a little bit of divine intervention. I'm like parking my city bike, and I'm looking down at the bike, and I look up, and in front of me is RuPaul and his husband. And I'm like the biggest fan of RuPaul. I look up to RuPaul. I think like
Who
Ru
doesn't?
is like just I admire Ru so much.
Mm-hmm.
And him and his husband deliberately like came out in front of me and was like, "We've been wanting to meet you for a really long time." And I said, "Me?"
I would have fell out of my skin.
No, I had an out of body experience, and he was just like, he was just so giving of like love and admiration and like essentially like affirming like I'm in the right, like you're in the right place, you're doing exactly what you do, you have impact. Like to hear that from RuPaul like blew my mind, and he only knows that because he and his husband take my class.
Yeah.
And I've seen like the Arc Digest where they're in his home, and I've seen the Peloton like in his like closet or bathroom or whatever it is. So that was like such a big moment for me. And I even made Rue laugh. So that was like
a double
an accomplishment for me.
I'm like, you should have been like, have me on your show.
Oh no, I know. I wanted to be respectful and just like enjoy the moment. I didn't even ask for a picture. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to savor this moment for the rest of my life. So
that's really sweet.
Yeah. So
I love that.
That was really incredible.
It's like those small moments where you're just like, wow, someone pinched me.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
this is so epic.
No, for sure.
And I love when it comes so unexpected.
Mhm.
It's very sweet. What would you say, like, how do you feel in terms of like in your body as a gay man, an instructor? Like how do you keep your body fit? How do you feel within your body? Like, have you ever had body type issues? Which is like, all of us struggle with it.
It's a little bit of a delicate subject because it's like, I guess like the average person or whatever would look at both of us and be like, "Girl, quit playing. Like you're both athletes. Like you look great. Blah blah blah." True, very true. Doesn't mean that there aren't those days or those seasons that you don't feel good about yourself. We're just talking like I drank for 2 weeks straight during the holidays. I don't want to touch alcohol right now, but I also came back from vacation being like, oh my God, I do not like the way I look. I don't like the way that I feel. Like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, you know, that has been something that has transpired my entire life. I mean, I think definitely being a gay man, you're inundated with
You
like
guys
these
have a lot
images
more
of like
stress about that.
certain, you know, body types and looking at it.
Every gay man. It's
And it
just
also
like
yeah.
walking like a beefcake.
Yeah. And like those sort of things are idolized. And it also like, I guess living in New York City, I'm so aware of it. It also just like buys you social currency and it has like this power, fortunately or unfortunately. So there's just like that constant pressure. I think over the past few years, I've allowed myself to have seasonality of like, okay, it's September through December, and I'm not going to be so worried about the way that I look, what I'm eating, all these sort of things. Like I'm going to kind of like let it go a little bit where I'm not so hard in giving myself all these sort of things.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like right now is a work hard area. I'm like tracking my macros, like, you know,
you're into
working
it right
out
now.
but not from a place that feels like punishment or anything like that. Like it is a place that like I enjoy this.
That's what I wanted to ask, like that punishment piece, because I do think it is the start of a new year. Everyone has new expectations and goals. A majority of it right now, especially culturally, everyone's getting thin. We're back into that again, right? So it's like, how can I do less and look better? And all of these, you know, things are popping off with GLP-1s and this and that, and everyone's getting super skinny. Everyone looks alike again.
Yeah.
Does that impact the business? Does that impact, you know, the numbers that you're seeing on Peleton, or not at all?
You know, like I try not to. I'm not going to tell anybody what to not put in there, like to put in their body. If you want to do a GLP-1, go for it. Like if your doctor's saying that, you're like, go for it. I could care less. I think you can kind of look at a little bit of positivity in that. It's like, okay, if this is going to be a jumpstart for some people to actually like care about their wellness, like maybe that's the thing that's been missing in their formula that makes them see results and therefore taps more into fitness or watching what they eat or whatever. So there is a positive side of that. So I think everyone's like protein crazed right now, and like that's good for my business because I'm in wellness, and then like a lot of brands want to work with me because like, you know, protein's a big thing to push into that space. So I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. I'm sure there's plenty of people who would argue over that, and I don't believe in policing anybody or telling what they want to do. But I will say this: I hope that it's not necessarily like a shortcut. Not that I'm like judging you for it, but that creating habits that make you feel good, that make you feel strong, that make you feel accomplished, like that does come from a little bit of discipline, doing the same thing over and over again, whether that's working or eating right. And it's just like finding that. And I just find a lot of like pride or purpose in figuring that out myself. And it's always changing.
I think that's the thing people have to understand is it's a process.
Yeah.
And I think we jumpstart it so quickly in 2026 and we make ourselves suffer and they don't become habits. They're just quick, like, all right, I'm going to do this for 3 weeks and then I'm over it. And I think consistency is so key, and that's what creates good habits. And I think wellness right now is really popping off, and it's good. It's a good thing. And I hope people still want to be active, and I hope people still want to get in the gym. And what does your routine look like to take care of your body? Like, are you working out more, or you just do your class and then you're done for the
Oh,
day.
no.
You're like
No.
you're like fully in it.
I mean, and just going back a little bit, like even right now, something that I've kind of like maybe even like struggled with is really finding the right cadence and the right habit of nutrition. And I feel like that's something that I'm exploring right now, and I'm having a lot of like fun with, like just cooking my more of my meals. Like I'm obsessed with a Ninja Creamy. I keep making like protein ice cream like every night, but it's like my little sweet treat that I like absolutely love. So that's something that I'm focused on right now. As far as my workouts, I wouldn't even say like I probably strength train on my own 3 to 4 days a week outside of Peloton.
Okay.
And then, I'm very conditioned to being on the bike. So I try to find 1 or 2 other ways of doing cardio or conditioning. I'll jump on the Peloton tread that I have at my house a lot. Like I love like a 20-minute hit run with Olivia or like a hike. It's just because it's a different way of training my body that I'm not so used to doing. And also hyper focused on recovery, more so in the sense of like sleep is important. Yeah. Like I go to bed. Like I go to bed at a reasonable hour.
Queer.
And I aspire to be 9:30.
I am a 9:30.
I'm like 10. I'm like in the bed at 10, 10:30. Same. Like, don't invite me to a late dinner, please. I want to be at a dinner by 6, okay? And home by 8.
Oh,
in bed.
Just happened last night. My girls were like, "Hey, do you want to do dinner at 6:37?" I was like, "No, I don't."
Oof, that's a little late.
But I'll be there at 4:30 and I'd like to eat at 5:30 and I will be gone by 7.
Fantastic.
And at home by 8 and I will be in my sheets by 9:30. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And that was my night last night.
So go to bed is what I'm trying to tell you people. It's a big part of the recovery. And I love a sauna. I love a cold plunge. I am that person. I love it.
You're one of those
I
girlies.
love it. The sauna is something that's actually more challenging for me than the cold plunge. But the sauna feels so good. Like your skin feels so good afterwards. Also, has really been helpful making me go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll go do a sauna for like 20 or 30 minutes, kind of like in intervals. And by the time I've done that, taken a shower, I'm exhausted that I'm like,
do you have a cold plunge and a sauna in your place here?
No, I don't have that.
Okay, babe, you ballin'.
No, I wish. I could maybe fit a sauna on my terrace. The cold plunge, I don't trust the water of it all, but we'll see.
Okay.
No, I usually go to a few different places in the city. There's Bathhouse, there's Othership.
Okay.
I really enjoy that. So something I try to do once a week. Me and my boyfriend do it pretty frequently too. It's like one of our little date rituals.
I think it's great. And I've heard so many great benefits, especially from the sauna. So I'm like going to get on that train soon. I just haven't made the purchase yet. Like it's becoming so popular.
I'm sure also where you live, it's kind of hard to something like that. It's not easily accessible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll get
You got your ATV, girl.
I do, honey. That's all that matters.
Get that sauna.
No, but that is so funny. That story. I was telling Cody that it was going to snow for Christmas, and I was like, oh my God, we're all going to be stuck inside. So Mama Bear was like, let's have an experience. Bought a 4-wheeler to pull everyone behind on snow tubes. That's the holiday story y'all missed out on.
Sounds like a blast. How old are your kids?
3 and 4.
Oh my God,
they had my son, he just was just like mouth open, like he thinks it's a monster truck. He keeps calling it a monster truck. Mama, I want to go in the monster truck. Yes. And he has this deep, deep voice. I'm like, okay, honey.
Have you ever been to a monster truck show?
No, but I have to take him.
No, but you do. I went when I was a kid. So much fun, except for like, the thing is, I went to see them at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina when I was a kid. God. And I know. But like the whole arena you're like huffing the whole time.
No.
It's like there's a gasoline in the air.
Everywhere.
Like you just smell it. It's so crazy. Maybe they've changed things, but when I was growing up in North Carolina.
If I take my son, between me being so gay looking and my son being black, can you imagine us at a monster truck
it might be a little bit
with
challenging.
hillbillies? Like we are gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Probably, yes.
Fucking MAGA shit everywhere. It's gonna be a nightmare. So we haven't done that yet, but sounds like a great experience. Can't wait. Hopefully they bring it to Brooklyn or
Maybe,
someplace that's a little
possibly.
more inclusive.
I don't know like how far north a monster truck show goes.
I don't know if it comes this far.
We'll see.
But Mama has a new monster truck, so he doesn't even have to worry about it. He literally every 2 seconds now is like, I want to go. Like, my son has a really deep voice for a 3-year-old. So he's like straining to talk. He's always like, I want to go on the and he's growling a little bit. He has 2 extremes. It's monster trucks or he wants to be in ballerina tutus.
Work. That's the duality.
I'm
the
just
masculine
like,
and the feminine.
Girl, be you.
Reach into it. Like, lean into it, you know?
He sees me do my makeup and all of a sudden I look over and he's like lip glossing and using my brushes and like chewing on it. I'm like, do you, boy?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here for it.
Pop off.
They're performing across the house.
They're having their fun.
They want makeup. He wants to be he walks in high heels better than I do. I swear to God. And
Your high heels?
Figure out. I don't know. It's costume Cinderella, clunking clear plastic high heels, and Honey walks on it like
builds good calf muscles.
Well, he is very ripped. He is tone. He is a princess, and he lives it up and he loves it. If if Sophia comes home and her nails are done, he's like,
let's get them done.
Who's gonna do mine next?
Speaking
honey?
of, I need a manicure.
I don't.
I go too far in between manicures.
So what's next for you? You're checking so many boxes. You're doing, you're all over the place. You've done Dancing with the Stars. You clearly have
talked a book.
Podcast, book, but also talk to me about this show. I believe. Did you just finish shooting in the UK?
No. Oh well. We did. So one thing that I love about Peleton is like they kind of give me free reign. So we did a Tea Time with Cody series where we kind of infused normal content, like TV content within the ride, like during the active recovery. So it's like a 3 or 4 minute segment where I kind of just like go through different cultural aspects of the UK. It was a lot of fun. And like it allows me to wear my little like interviewer hat and get better at that. So I had a lot of fun with that.
What I am noticing, and I think Peleton is doing a really great job, is they're really adjusting a lot of their business plan because, people are back out there. People are back out in the gym. Yep. COVID was a fucking banger.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you guys were the only thing getting us through COVID, so thank you.
Of course. You're welcome.
But yeah, I think it is important as things now are back to normal and things are progressing. Like they're really doing a good job of telling stories of each individual instructor and who they are, how they show up. There's a lot more personality I don't think we had before that people love.
Yeah, and I also think what I admire about Peleton right now is like kind of adjusting to be part of the zeitgeist, but tapping into what is happening for people. I mean, like High Rocks is such a big thing right now. And like, so like we're big on like hybrid training. And so there's just like so many different training programs for that type of workout. Which I said I might fuck around and do a High Rocks this year, but don't hold me to it. So what is next for
What's next for you, babe?
Definitely, I've said this the past few years is just like more time of like for myself, slowing down a little bit more. The older, maybe you feel this now that you're 40. It's just like
now that we're in our old age,
just like life goes by so quickly, and I want to enjoy it. 38, I'll be 39 in June. It just goes by so quickly that you're like, like what am I doing? I want to savor more of it. So that's like really the intention. But professionally, I got some acting stuff coming up that I'm shooting in March. So I'm excited. I don't know what I can and can't say that, so I'm not gonna be stupid. Nothing like massive, but like definitely a project where I get to, spread my little acting wings and try to be somewhat serious at it, So I'm excited about that.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
And you have to talk about your podcast.
Yeah. Me and my friend Andrew have a podcast, Tactful Pettiness. Comes out every Thursday where you get your podcast. Everyone's out on Thursday? Is that what it is?
No, I'm not. I'm Monday,
not.
baby.
You're Monday. Okay. I thought it was like, everyone drops their new music on Friday, like.
You're Thursday.
Thursday is our day.
Thursdays.
If you think I'm funny, my best friend Andrew is also
He
as
is so
hilarious as
funny.
I am and a hoot. We have a good time talking about pop culture, nostalgia. We have a bunch of evergreen episodes that just like are fun and shooting the shit. You know, the world doesn't, but does need 2 more gay guys with
We sure
mics.
do.
You
And
know,
he's a theater baby
he's a
too.
theater. Yeah.
He-
Original cast of Hamilton. He's in Mamma Mia. He was just on in Juliet. Yeah. So
I love that. And tell me about
very
like
funny.
how's you talk about your boyfriend, your personal life.
Mm-hmm.
You're really happy.
Yeah.
And you
I
look
try to find more
happy
joy in life, regardless
outside
if I'm
of
single or not.
Yeah.
But in a like almost a 6-month relationship, so still very new, still figuring
Yeah.
each other out, but fun. And I don't know. I'm in this weird place where I feel like the last relationship I was in, I talked a lot about, and like I feel like I've been a little bit more guarded.
Yeah.
And I'm deciding on like where to go with that and what feels comfortable, but yeah.
enjoying and being in the moment right
Yeah,
now.
of
And
course.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And traveling, going to beach vacations
Yes.
with the homeboy girlies.
Yeah.
That looked like a blast.
We had such a good time. I hadn't been to Puerto. Have you been to Puerto Vallarta?
I did like
Long time ago,
college,
right?
which was
Okay.
20 years ago.
Not even the same. I mean,
Not
it's such a cute little
even.
gay town, and
Yeah.
like so much fun to do. I went like probably 4 years ago.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't have a bad experience. I was like, I don't need to come back here. But kind of like last minute traveling, I was like, let's go to PV. And we had such a fun time. We just like had a villa. We chilled out. We played card games. We did a boat day. We went out like one night. Very sensible in our late 30s. Just one night out. And I was home by 3, which is I know that sounds late, but for like maybe me 2 years ago, I'd probably be out till like 8 or 9. So like, you know, an adjustment, a movement in the right direction.
Girl, did you just say 8 a.m.?
Yes.
How do you have the energy?
That I cannot say.
So, if y'all were wondering, we won't
dive into that.
We won't. Well, I was just here talking about
Monster Energy drink.
That Monster Energy drink is one hell of a fucking Kool-Aid I'm drinking. I just said this with all of my wonderful people back here that you guys can't see, but this is the team behind the team behind the team. No wonder people aren't drinking anymore. I'm like, I just had Chelsea Handler on the show.
Is she She's not drinking anymore?
She is microdosing and taking LSD and everything else
Congratulations to her.
Right? And she is happy.
Great.
She is glowing. She is never like feeling like shit. She's always on a different like
wavelength.
wavelength.
She made that switch because her whole brand was like, I like vodka.
Well, she does have, I mean, she has a drink. She drinks, but I'm
not
just,
as much as you probably was.
everyone's microdosing and taking the
wonderful.
good Kool-Aid instead of, you know, feeling like shit the next day.
Yeah,
And
I still enjoy a drink.
I can take a drink.
I enjoy a drink. I like the social aspect of it. I like feeling a little bit tipsy, but like I'm a cheap and a lightweight. After 3 drinks, I'm done. 3 drinks. I'm done.
I'm like a 1 beer queer. So don't worry about me. What would you say? What kind of like, what's your vibe? Like we were just talking about this before because fun fact, went on a cruise.
What cruise line?
Virgin.
Can you say? Okay, that one feels classy. Like that one feels nice. Maybe it wasn't.
It was my first one.
Okay, great.
And
it looks nice.
I feel like I learned a lot.
Okay, that's a fair assessment from it.
That I'll never go on another one.
There you go.
I learned that I love my girlfriends from high school.
Love that.
And it gave me...
It's giving White Lotus a little bit.
It is. I am never around my friends anymore because I live here and they still live in their hometown and like...
Florida?
My hometown in Florida. So we like all got out and did this like... I only could do 4 days.
That's
we all
fine.
have kids
That's enough.
now.
That's fair enough for
Plenty.
a cruise.
It was,
An experience.
It was an experience. I learned about the upside down pineapple. There's a lot of swingers. You didn't hear about this?
Oh, wait. Now that you said it, I did understand it.
Yeah, I learned a lot. It was like real good for my street knowledge.
Okay.
The
straights call it swingers. The gay men, everyone's in an open relationship.
Okay.
I'm not yet, but I have been in the past.
Okay.
I don't know what the lesbians are doing.
We are
Somewhere
just
in
U-hauling our way
Great.
into marriage
Fantastic.
and then
Wonderful.
probably making the divorce rate higher.
There you go.
We,
I think you guys actually do have a higher divorce rate.
Of course we do.
I think gay men
we
are
get
the
married
best
in
ones.
3 fucking weeks.
There we go.
We don't even know each other and we're like, let's say I do.
Yeah, that is fair. I take my sweet ass time.
Well, I'm only on one failed marriage, but we won't call it a failure. It was a learning lesson, right?
Absolutely.
And I have 2 beautiful kids.
And there you go.
What more could I ask for?
Nothing really. And an ATV.
And an ATV.
I'm really jealous of that one.
Oh,
I really want that.
I love this conversation.
Good,
I adore you.
Thank you so
and
much.
I'm so looking forward to what's next, whether that's your sexy gray hair and your 50-year-old handsome hunk booty on that bike, and I'm still taking your class, or I'm watching you on the big screen, honey.
There we go.
But what I'll say is, can you please do a holiday comedy? Because I just feel like you would crush
I'm so
it.
into that. Hallmark Channel, call me up.
Don't sell yourself to Hallmark.
Okay, who else is there?
Let's get Netflix.
Okay,
like,
you got to start small, you know?
Well, no, that's more so like when I feel like Hallmark is when you like hit it and then you're like, no one wants me anymore, and it's time to go to
okay, but don't judge me if it is
Lifetime
a Hallmark movie
or
that
Hallmark.
I land, okay, so like you still have to like,
honey, you aren't
going
to be spitting on hands and having sex scenes on Hallmark.
The rivalry of it all. Maybe.
No, we need to go Canadian streamer.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so we need to get Cody on a very raunchy holiday comedy because you would slay that, and I would watch it.
Okay, great.
I want a little more raunch holiday.
Absolutely. Enough of this love. Let's just get down to
raunchy.
It. Let's ho our ways into the holidays.
You just had the title. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Can I be a producer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll call you up.
All right, done. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Of course,
thank you for being such like a light to all of us on that damn screen and that bike that hurts my cooter bone. Like you would not fucking believe. No matter how many padded pants I wear, the girls just be girling.
Mm-hmm, I get it.
But
I've hurt my taint on the bike before, but never the.
I have no. It's either like I'm all in or I won't do it.
Okay, I feel that.
So that's like kind of the way I live life. I'm just like a fucking full rager.
All right,
rocking on.
Love that.
Yeah. Well. Everyone, thank you so much for being here again. Cody, do you want to plug anything? You did your podcast.
Did my podcast,
Can't
Peleton,
talk about,
at Cody Rigsby on social media. Come join me, and I'll see you out there in the world.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
and I appreciate
it.
Me, we'll see you guys next week on another episode of Wide Open.
All right, you guys, there you have it. That is Cody Rigsby, and I love how openly he talks about his journey from dance to Peleton, from figuring himself out to standing confidently in who he is today. There's something so powerful about watching someone embrace their identity, chase what lights them up, and still keep things playful along the way. Cody reminds us that joy is a form of strength, and that showing up fully exactly as you are can change everything. Until next time, everyone, this has been Wide Open, and I am your host, Ashlyn Harris. If you liked this episode, please subscribe, share it with someone, and we'll see you next week.